If you don't have the capacity to read the new huge Dota patch but also want to consistently win games and gain MMR, you came to the right place. In this video, I will tell you about the top 5 carries of the current meta, and all you'll have to do is just spam them. Let's cut to the chase. The number 1 carry in the current meta is without a doubt Templar Assassin, who is sitting at a 56% win rate in 8k plus average games. This hero got immensely buffed in 7.36. She was an okay-ish hero before that, but the changes to her refraction make her significantly better. Previously, she had damage block instances that would disappear versus the smallest amount of damage. For example, previously if Axe uses Battle Hunger, Tia's refraction would melt, but now since she has an HP barrier per instance, until the HP barrier is completely depleted, she does not lose her one instance of damage block. You can see here how hard it is actually to remove a refraction, even with spells like Pudge Rot and Ember's Flame Guard. This basically means that if it previously took around 2 seconds to remove Tia's refraction with spells that do damage over time, now it will take them almost double the time, which gives Tia more room to fuck around and find out. This also makes the hero easier to learn since you have more room to make mistakes. Other than this, since Psyblades are now an innate ability, Tia can start with Meld plus Psyblades, which makes her laning stronger, and it is also easier to land Meld because of the attack range buff. This also means that you don't have to skill Psyblades in the lane till level 4, and can have 2 points in refraction by that point. Previously, at level 3, you would either only have 1 point in refraction, or you'd have 2 points in refraction and 0 in Psyblades. Another reason behind Tia being broken is the refractor facet. Every time Tia loses 1 instance of her damage block, she gains 1 damage charge. This basically means that if you have level 4 refraction, you can have 10 instances of extra damage rather than only 5. Personally, since I'm a big Tia spammer, I think just the HP barrier addition to refraction alone is a gigantic buff, but combine that with the facet and other buffs makes this hero insanely strong. She got a bit nerfed in 7.36a, but she is still without a doubt the best carry at the moment, and this is the best time to learn and play her. The second strongest carry in the current meta is Tiny, who is sitting at a 51% win rate in 8k plus average games. While the win rate might not seem that high, you have to understand that this hero is first picked in every game, which means that he is susceptible to counters every game. And even with that, he has a positive win rate and has the highest amount of games out of any carry hero. So why exactly is Tiny so strong? Tiny's innate, craggy exterior provides him with damage reduction stacks, and these stacks can go up to 10, which means that at level 18, he can have a 50% damage reduction. At first glance, this does not seem like a big deal, but with his insurmountable facet and item build, this becomes a really big deal. Insurmountable allows Tiny to gain slow resistance and status resistance from strength. Pros are buying items like Echo Saber, Sage and Yasha, Satanic, basically stuff that gives him a lot of strength. Now imagine a hero that has a really high amount of HP, a lot of damage reduction, status resistance, slow resistance, movement speed, and also an insane amount of damage. From what angle does this seem normal to you? Other than this, Tree Grab now provides him with 5 more damage once maxed out. Grow now provides with bonus movement speed and also 10 more damage at every level. His talents also got slightly changed and they cater towards his build. At level 10, you have plus 10 strength which scales with insurmountable facet. At level 15, you have 10% less attack speed reduction from Grow, and level 20, you have 70 more base damage on Tree Grab. All these talents synergize really well with his kit, thus making this hero an absolute monster. I would highly recommend playing this hero. He is literally the most picked carry of the current meta in high MMR pubs. The third strongest carry of the current patch is Chaos Knight, who is currently sitting at a 55% win rate in 8k plus average pubs. CK was also pretty decent before 7.36, but he got giga buffed in 7.36 as well, making him close to broken. So why exactly is CK broken even though he barely got changed? Well, it's because of his innate and left facet. CK's innate allows him to have a 50% chance to spawn an extra illusion. It doesn't matter how the illusion is made, it will have a chance to spawn one more illusion. This works with Illusion Rune, Manta, Shard, and even Shadow Demon's Disruption. And you know what's funny? His left facet makes all of his illusions strong illusions. Yes, even the ones from the Illusion Rune and Manta. His facet also gives 20% damage reduction to his illusions as long as they are in 1200 radians of the main hero, resulting in his illusions to be tankier. With the innate, the hero farms significantly faster in comparison to before because now you have a chance to spawn an extra illusion. So all in all, CK farms faster, has a way to spawn a million illusions quite literally, and they're tanky as fuck combined with items like AC and Heart, and he also has a decent laning phase. I think the hero is brain dead and might just become the best carry of the meta once more people start figuring out how strong he exactly is. Every video takes a lot of effort, and I want to keep helping you guys by making quality content. If you are enjoying the video, please make sure to like the video and comment your thoughts, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and do subscribe. The fourth strongest carry of the current patch is Anti-Mage. I'm just kidding, guys. Do not pick this hero. They actually murdered him. Poor guy has a 40% win rate. They actually did him super dirty, and I'm not even sure why. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth strongest carry of the current patch is Ursa, who is currently sitting at a 51% win rate. While the win rate might not seem super high, he is the second most picked carry currently. Ursa actually got nerfed in 7.36, so how exactly is he in the top 5 carry heroes? Ursa is significantly stronger thanks to his new innate and facet. Ursa's innate Maul gives him bonus damage equal to a percentage of his current HP. This allows him to start the game with plus 10 damage without any additional items. Ursa's weakness in the lane was his horrible base damage, which made it really hard to last it in lane, but with the extra damage from his innate, that is no longer an issue. Ursa was already a decent hero before 7.36, and with this new addition, his early game becomes much easier, which allows him to get an earlier Battle Fury timing. Not to mention, this innate scales throughout the game as well. Both of his facets are good, but the left one has a higher prick rate than the right one. Grudge Bearer becomes kind of OP towards the late game when you have items like Octarine, Ags, and Shard. The enrage effect from your Shard also applies to this. With the level 25 talent with 2 charges on Earthshock and Octarine, you can gain a lot of damage. Bear Down is also a good facet and has a higher win rate than Grudge Bearer, but do keep in mind that Grudge Bearer has more than double the amount of games than Bear Down. Bear Down allows debuffs inflicted by Ursa to have a 20% longer duration. This means your bashes will have a 20% longer duration, Fury Swipes will have a longer duration, the slow from Earthshock will have a 20% longer duration. Basically, any form of debuff will have a 20% longer duration. Both facets are good and have kind of a similar build. You can try and experiment them a bit to see what you like more. I personally think Ursa has the potential to be a top 3 carry and highly recommend playing him if you are looking to gain MMR. At number 5, we have Wraith King, who is currently sitting at a 51% win rate. He has almost the same number of games played as Ursa and Tia. This hero is pretty easy to play and has the same build in every game. Wraith King was a dead hero pre-7.36, and with 7.36, he suddenly became really popular. The first reason is his Spectral Blade facet. Spectral Blade applies a curse on the target that Wraith King attacks that deals an absurd amount of damage. Without this facet, the hero is really weak, so please, for the love of God, do not take Bone Guard ever. Spectral Blade synergizes with Mortal Strike and Wraith King's kit really well. Other than this, Wraith King's talents got revamped. At level 15, he now has the option to take plus 400 HP, and at level 20, he can opt for plus 70 attack speed. Basically, these talents along with Spectral Blade make Wraith King an actual menace. Besides that, there's another broken thing about Wraith King. His innate vampiric spirit allows him to become a wraith after he is killed, which has free pathing with additional attack and movement speed. It has a pretty long duration. It's basically Wraith King's Ags given to him for free. Imagine trying to kill a Wraith King in a fight who has an insane amount of HP, radiance, and even if you do succeed in killing him, chances are that half of your team has really low amount of HP, and the Wraith King can just kill you even after death. Sounds pretty strong to me. With that said, this hero wasn't picked once in the recent pro tournament, Fissure 2.0, but he is being picked a lot in pub, so I would say you should definitely give him a try. If you want to learn to play these heroes really well and gain MMR, I provide coaching packages that will immensely improve you as a player. I have an Immortal package that offers unlimited coaching till you reach Immortal. Slots are open for the month of June. If you're interested, my Discord link is in the description. Other than that, you can also watch me play these heroes on my Twitch stream, which is also mentioned in the description. That is it for this video, and I hope it was helpful.